So there's been this whole um, fake outrage with Rickey Smiley's son on the show, on his father's show, um, and hopefully most of us have seen the video where Malik, Rickey Smiley's son, goes on a double date with his cousin named Craig, I believe. And they're doing a double date, and Craig hooks his cousin up with a black chick. And he feels some type of way going out with her, and he's like, it's her fate. He kind of throws in a lot of unclear motives of why he doesn't like black women. Like his first explanation was, "Oh well, they don't like me." And I was like, "Okay, I can understand that." And then he kind of goes over to, "Well, I don't like them," which kind of confuses me. Like, okay, is it them not liking you? You not liking them? And I defended him for a little bit until I saw some coon shit that he's done in the past. But I'm playing both sides here, and this is why I'm playing both sides, is because he's a boy, and it's trivial for grown-ass women to be so frustrated, so outraged over a teenage boy's dating life. It's juvenile. He's a boy. And he's not even really a catch. So I'm like, his loss. That's him. But I'll probably didn't finish the story, but the scenario. So yeah, they do the double date. Malik is like, well, she's strong in the face. Black women are like my sisters. I don't really fuck with them like that. And it just kind of got confusing. And I wouldn't say that I'm defending him. I'm just saying I'm defending the action based off of what black men have done, not recently, that black men have done recently. When we play the whole sisters, you supposed to be on our side, we always get hit with the domestic abuse. We abuse black women the most. We don't know how to talk to you guys with respect, and yada yada yada. And we have just unconditional loyalty to y'all, to black men, and you guys still stab us in the back. And we march. They love doing that. We march for you, and we fought for you. And I'm like, God, okay, we get it, but it's like, it's not legitimate arguments, because when we do it, it's not a fair assessment, because when we do it, when we say, oh, how dare Serena Williams be engaged to a white boy, we're hit with the, oh, at least she's happy. Oh, you guys weren't wifing it up. We were blamed for it. We were blamed for it. When Janet Jackson was engaged to the Arab man, we were hit with, just like that stupid chick. I forgot her name, but it's this stupid chick. I forgot her name, but it's some stupid chick on YouTube that I unsubscribed to recently. And she was on this rant about how, like, y'all niggas didn't wife up Janet Jackson. I'm like, you're talking to like everyday black men on YouTube, and you're blaming us for, yeah, and y'all should have, got with Janet Jackson. Y'all should have wiped her up. I'm like, you're talking to blue collar, working class, middle class black men, and even lower class black men. everyday black men, and you're blaming them for not dating gender. I'm like, please, you're throwing out stupid arguments. Oh, it's y'all rappers' fault. It's y'all black men's fault for not, getting her pregnant at an early age. I'm like, just stop. Just stop, because then it'll turn. Just stop. And when black men, when Steve Harvey, went on his TV show and said and told Asian men, "Don't y'all be going to black women because they ain't checking for y'all." And he was right. Black women were not checking. That's why black women were laughing during the taping session. You didn't see black women looking offended. The outrage came when the Asian men came out and they started guilt tripping black women, and then everybody started attacking Steve Harvey and calling him a racist. But yet we've given the Asian so many slides to where they're dissing particularly black men of our dark skin. And so I didn't find Steve Harvey's statement wrong. It's just, hey, that's what it is. They ain't checking for y'all at mass. There's no large amount of black women checking for y'all, and that's the reality. And I didn't even like that Asian men were caping for black women or trying to guilt trip black women to dating them, when it was an Asian man who made a bogus survey saying that black women are the least attractive because of their so-called masculine traits and facial features and behavior. But the Asian community is quick to forget about that. And so, so on, when we call certain black women Negro bed wenches, we're hit with it. We're hit with, oh, it's options. Y'all niggas, like, y'all niggas are selfish. How come we can't date outside? And it's like, when we want to be black first and racial, create this black patriarchy or this black community, we're hit with stop being a xenophobe, be open-minded, accept others into the ranks. How come I can't bring my white boyfriend to the to the conscious meetings? We get hit with that, and I'll go on a side tangent that it was easy, and I was kind of mad when Lovely T pointed this out, because I thought I was the first one to point it out, but Craig, Malik's cousin, arranged a double date. I noticed that his girlfriend or date was like light skinned, racially ambiguous, and it's weird that he comes off like a typical Tommy Sotomayor, caller, guilt tripper, saying, "Ain't your mama black? Ain't you black? I'm black. We don't." It's all that guilt tripping him for not being into dark skinned women. And it's like, wait a minute, you came on a date with a light skinned chick. I'm like, somebody can easily come to you and say, "What's wrong with dark skinned chicks? Don't you like dark skinned black women? Ain't your mama dark skinned? You dark skinned?" So basically, I think the reason he did that was because he's been put into Malik's shoes before, and so he wants to, put someone else on the spot. The thing is, I just don't like the whole black women guilt trip. And I went to an argument online with somebody, and she was like, "Yeah, it's these Uncle Tom Negroes putting their children in these white schools, and these kids lose their racial identity, and these kids are tokens, and black men are running away from the black community." And I'm like, I messaged, I made a comment, and I said, what incentive does the black community have to keep its best and brightest? There is no incentive. A lot of the dudes, they're lame. Um, and like, and I'm not even gonna blame it just on sexuality or the preference, but I'm just saying that, a lot of these, a good bit of these dudes don't feel loved or appreciated. And I don't even know why you guys think that certain black men are going to stay in a community where they're the most hated and targeted. You know, I'm like, what incentive does Rickey Smiley has to put his son into a black school? And that you want to talk about, well, there's black suburbs. I'm like, where? You don't know if Rickey Smiley has to live in that certain particular area that he's in now. You don't know his situation. But um but still, nobody's gonna put their son or daughter in a failing black school just so he or she can be accepted or have some cool points. I'm not doing that. I've been to these. I went to school, and I went to these predominantly black schools, and they're hell. People are fighting. Uh, the books, the learning style is completely outdated. We're wasting time. We don't get through the lessons, and then we get mad when other schools blow us out the park when it comes to test scores. So but Malik isn't an educated lame. Like he's just a lame dude, and I don't like the outrage, because if black men are told to shut up when black women did outside the race, we're told to get in the corner, shut up, don't say anything, don't make a big deal out of it, let black women live for once. It's 2017 interracial dating, and then when a black boy dates outside his race, he's attacked. You know, I don't really care about the dude or where he goes or what he does, who he dates. But the thing is, if we're told to shut up when we question black women's racial loyalty, um, why can't black women shut up when it comes to the reverse? We're always guilt tripped. We're always giving these ambiguous loyalty cards of, we're marching for you. We're doing all this for you. We gave birth to you. And do you see, these black boys aren't happy. And we can just kind of erase, we can just kind of hide off their shitty dating life. They're not raised in productive homes. They're not raised in homes where, the mother is, a respectable person. And, these black boys are, and, this is the issue that I'm seeing, to where black boys are kind of getting tired of being hyper masculine and putting on a front to be a thug, a player, or whatever. And, women, I see these women raising their sons to be a little docile or a little weak, or just kind of neglect the bullshit of, nigga shit, where, sometimes you'll see it in a good way, to where, you see single moms, pressuring their sons to be educated, like my mom did, always on the books, stay on the books, read, even though she didn't have no knowledge of what the fuck I was doing or what I was reading. It was just the blindness and the harshness of, you read that book, you figure it out on your own. That's how I was. And I sometimes I catch this every now and then, um, at random in public. Where I see like a young mother and her son has a big book bag, and he's reading books, and I feel like sometimes when black women do this to their sons, or they mummify their sons. Oh, I have to tell you about the time about the black boy that I saw years ago, trying to he wanted to join a club. Well, he was just looking at it, one of the clubs I was in college, and his, we're giving him the information about the club, and his mom comes, and his mom, he's holding like a sandwich or something. His mom bites it, eats it like and he doesn't really seem too phased about it. He just kind of like does like a little, it's all right, it's cool. And I think he eats it, and it was like the most. It was so awkward. I'm like, that is really the most mommy's boy shit I ever seen. At least put up a front. I would never do that, especially around women that you're gonna be going to college with, man. That's I tell a friend that I was like, that shit was just embarrassing. That dude should have pretended to at least do something and say, hey, ma, chill out. If you want the sandwich, you can have it. But this dude, I just noticed some of these weak boys, and the thing is that these new age black boys are being raised to be complete turnoffs to black women. And even Sarge pointed this out. And, whether it's the offspring of first generation success or first generation blacks in the suburbs, or, these dudes are just docile and weak, it's going to happen. It's going to happen to where black boys are given all these rules, and, they're constantly being told how to behave and how to act, and then girls are given a green light on act a goddamn fool. And then you have these mixed match boys and girls, black boys and girls who can't really relate. And so, granted, you have the Maliks of the world. You have the Rickey Smiley type dads who are confused, and they still believe that they live in this post-racial world to where, white girls are so down for the cause. They love brothers so much. And, yeah, Rickey Smiley did fuck up. His son seems a bit clumsy and coonish because he doesn't seem to be laced with good game on how racism works. And he's not laced with good game from his father. My dad laced me up good with talks about race. I was laced up about racism probably since birth. I was always laced up on stuff. But I even though my argument is more attacking sisters, I understand that black men do too much. I understand that black men have to make it ridiculously obvious that we don't date black girls. And I understand when it comes to the arguments that black men throw up with, the Negro bedwenches and black female celebrities dating non-black men. You don't hear them saying, I only date white boys, or it's pushed out heavy. It may be under the rug or whatever, but, you don't hear like a public statement like that often. And brothers, we make it ridiculously obvious. We always push it in someone's faces. We always go to a black girl's face and say, yeah, we don't date you because you're ghetto. We don't date you because you look like a man. We don't date you because your hair is fake. We make it really obvious, and I feel like we aren't mindful of what's going on. We're not mindful that, there are black girls who feel some type of way, even if you're not attracted to them or they're not attracted to you. It fucks them up when you remind them that their dark skin is a problem in the dating world. And lastly, I want to say that the reason why black women are so bothered by Malik's statement is because he's lame and bougie. And unlike rappers like Trick Daddy and Kodak Black and other rappers who've been forgotten, who said disparaging things about black women in public, they get they get they get forgiven. Like Kodak Black, black women were mad at his statement, his diss track, but guess what? Black women are cool with him now. Black women were happy that he's out from jail. Black women were happy to see him in the club. And it's a double standard. It's a double standard that because black women will always talk about how these thug rappers are always disrespecting black women, but you guys forgive them when they say that shit. But when when it's a bougie black person, I always notice that the hate seems to stick a little longer. But let me end this video. I don't want to make it too long.